Hello, everybody. And I'm not actually. This could be like moon and rain for real. I'm hoping, honestly, I'm hoping to God that they are, but we shall see. Maybe it's just somebody's goofing around with their names, but I mean, we. I'm just gonna leave that to conclusions, and I mean, it should be obvious from the gameplay. And by gameplay, I'm not referring to the moon's 10,000 expansions all over the map, like KPM and skill and stuff like that. Anyhow, thank God we have observers in this game. This is not a ladder matchup. This is another 2v2 that I'm bringing to you. This is the second one that I'm casting today. I don't know, there just seems to be a lot of demand for team games, and I really enjoy casting them. Somebody's asking, is that like a real rain? Let's see. I can read him. I can understand him, but none of the others. And the English. I suppose I understand the English. Nevium. I'm guessing that this is I don't believe, but I have no idea. I don't know. It's one of the Slavic languages probably, but I really don't give a shit at this point of time. Let's just say that they are, and that's it. We shall see what goes on and what happens. Anyhow, Undead coming up strong. Lots of buildings here. This is a bit of an overkill. What is he? He's being fed by the Night Elf player, probably. Let's see. Yup, he's definitely getting fed. That's why he's able to do this. But I wonder, is it this going to be a hindrance or something of a kind a bit later? Or at least I think he was getting fed. Like, if I'm mistaken, please do not drop my head off for that. Fiend build, so nothing really that special here. Let's take a look at the right side team. What on earth are they up to? We have an Archmage along with an Archmage. And they're guessing Wood Elementals, but for once, just for once, I would like to see them get Blizzard instead of Aura second, since they do have two of them. But I suppose they want to have two independent armies as opposed to two codependent armies. Our idle player is just doing some creeping here, but he's gonna get creepjacked by a double Archmage, and he's now faces the real danger of losing this Ancient of War. That is exactly what happens. He is pushed away, and this looks like a tier 1 push to me. Do they have a lumber mill somewhere in the game? Yup, lumber mill is en route for the bottom human and for the top one as well. Yes, this is definitely a tier 1 push. Tower push, that is. We shall see how it goes, and this actually has a pretty good chance of working out. Immediately Ancients of War being placed, but one of them is going to finish for sure, I would say. The other one I'm not so sure about. Those Fiends, really bad positioning. They need to get the hell out of there and to the back of the base. One of them needs to do it anyway. Maybe not to the back of the base. They need to go away from the base so they have access to those towers. When those towers go up, this is going to become hellish. They just need to take them down at any cost, and then this will become a winnable game. Otherwise, if those towers go up, this is going to be impossible to break. They're focusing down that footman. That's so stupid. They have nothing from those footmen. They're just going to have more to deal with later on. They need to be focusing these towers down. That is the only thing that's going to stop this tower rush from being successful. Otherwise, I mean, nobody cares about those footmen. They're gonna... Yep, there we go. The first tower already up, and you can see that is very painful. You need to move your hero away. A lot less death coils. A lot less mana burns. These two Archmages, they don't give a shit. They're just gonna spin around. A good thing would be to place a shop somewhere around here. What is here? What? Oh, damn. You almost lost that thing to creeps. And you still might, actually. This is a very bad call. The part of our undead player. I mean, not only can it get killed, but also it is not getting healed from blight, and these archers aren't gonna do shit versus this guard tower. There's way too few of them to take this tower down as well. This Ancient of War is not gonna be able to go up. There are two of them, and they're producing archers two at a time, but archers are only good for stopping towers from coming into play. Once they're actually there, this becomes a pointless game. Moonwell's now. Oh, this Moonwell should not go down while it's full. He should use it for something at least. It doesn't matter for whatever. Better for whatever than that it goes down full. This is not. Just so painful to see that happen. I mean, all that moon juice gone for nothing. These fiends, now very low on health, these fiends do not possess the capabilities to take down these towers. I mean, there's no way. There are 2 guard towers, 3rd one, 4th one coming into place, and there are a considerable amount of archers in the back, but not gonna be enough. Not gonna be enough, especially when all these footmen have defend now. Yes, that is exactly what you needed to do in the beginning. Just start preventing as many towers as you can from coming into play, because once they are up, you cannot expect to take them down with this force or with this force. Just not gonna happen. And this Ancient of War now moving up front, not sure how good of an idea that was. Who is sleeping there? DH is coming into play. He's been absent for quite a while. Not sure was he actually killed or not. Sorry, I missed that. Now there are 3 guard towers and a shop here in place. You should just continue building those guard towers. That is the best course of action that they can take. Yep, that is exactly what they're doing. Fortifying more and more. What about the undead? Is he taking? No, he's not taking. He's building ghouls, which is the worst possible thing that he could be building at this point of time. He needs to get some siege out. He should have been taking this time. Could have been taking all this time and gotten those meat wagons out in the game. But what on earth do you expect to do with ghouls? They're trying to counter now, and yeah, this could actually work. There isn't that much in the space. But they are going to lose the Night Elf base, unfortunately. Ancient of War goes down, Altar goes down, this is completely breached. There is nothing in the way of these, there's nothing between the archers and the footmen. Yep, here we go, this goes down, these should detonate the moment they get off. Detonate, yep, here we go. Denial of XP, but this gold mine, it has 8.2k gold in it, and this is now a perfect place to place an expansion. And towers coming into for the lower human player, lots of them in the base. These towers wisely being put here. I mean, even when this base is breached, this is going to be very difficult to take down, especially if they go up, and they are pretty close to getting up. I mean, he can lose the forefront of his base, but he can always continue repairing this town hall. And in spite of them being in such a bad position, I mean, they can still play a vital role in this game of saving this base. They always provide something to retreat to. And yeah, now the tech is halfway through, but too little, too late. These fiends pretty bad at health. The yawns. Do you believe me that I actually even yawn when I go to the gym? I mean, it's hilarious. Like, you start training and you're sweating and you're barely breathing, and all of a sudden you start yawning. I mean, it's hilarious to watch. Coming back to this. Is there any Asian League? Huh. Duh. Anyhow, there's a battle going on here, but I just don't see the left team winning this engagement at all. I mean, these archers ain't gonna do shit versus these footmen. Tree of Life being placed there, yeah, that's not gonna work. There's no way, especially not that close to the human base. The human players, the right team, doesn't have that much in their bases in the first place. And aside for these towers, they have nothing. I mean, they're still tier 1. It's like mass foot. Yeah, exactly. They have an expansion here. This is like footman towers, but they should really start taking now. There is no reason for them not to do so. I mean, a couple of destroyers, if they get out, could change the course of this game. That is why they should start upgrading immediately, so they at least have an option to deal with them. I mean, they're nowhere in a rush. They have 3 running bases. They have 3 running bases versus just 1. This is in doubles. It's like a download more supply. They have no reason of whatsoever to continue this push into the undead base without any sort of siege support. No, just tech and see how it goes, but they are stubbornly refusing. Just now, the keep has started, but upgrade to Black Citadel is en route as well, and those destroyers could be very painful. DH down here, one of these human players could go down and just move this DH out of position, but no, they instead decide to wait for the tower to finish construction. I mean, they could use all these peasants to just like put, I don't know, 2 towers here and 2 here, and that would solve the problem completely. Rod of Necromancy being used by that DH. He needs to make sure that he has enough HP to leave this narrow corridor, to be able to go through that narrow corridor where there are no towers. Otherwise, this is not going to work out. If you lose it, you're going to have a hard time bringing it back. And you can see the range, the sick range of this tower. They need to put another one somewhere around, much closer. Yep, there we go. Now this tower, if it ever goes up, it's gonna be detrimental for this DH, and this DH needs to be really careful not to lose the amount of HP that he needs to make a run by. They now see what is going on. They see the statues. I mean, sure, a lost fiend, but they cannot afford for destroyers to come into the game and for them to have nothing to deal with those destroyers. These towers ain't gonna do shit versus a mass amount of destroyers without any air. They're gonna, best case scenario that's gonna happen is that they will be able to delay them for a while. Afterwards, it's just gonna be carnage. These footmen also ain't gonna do shit. Does that DH have a staff of TP or something? Yes, he does have a staff of TP, so he didn't need to make that run by after all. This tower being upgraded here, lots of them here, bad positioning on those towers in relation to that expansion. Why does the undead have so much gold? Well, it's not that much. I mean, it's a good amount, but I've seen people with 20k gold, something like that. Should stop drinking coffee and start sleeping. That might be helpful. Oh, they're planning on another expansion here, but what they really should be planning on is some anti-air. How about that? Brilliant, new, revolutionary idea. Maybe build a blacksmith or something like that. I do not understand. Why are they risking this game so much? For what? I mean, like some stupid strategy that they want to perform or something like that. And look, the destroyer upgrade is en route. He could place another slaughterhouse, and this game would pretty much be over. But we have a workshop coming into play. That is the one saving grace that the human strategy has at this point of time. So, I mean, they've been playing the whole game with just footmen. That successful initial rush, they haven't really moved away from them at all. I mean, I'm not expecting some tier 3 units or something like that. Maybe a few rifles or choppers or something of a kind would be very nice. I mean, especially now that Night Elf is going to get an expansion and he's most likely not putting it there to rebuild. He's just going to continue feeding the undead. DH level 3, nothing special about that level. I mean, it's not that high. It's not a game changer, even though level 3 is generally wanted for level 2 skills. Oh, the Crypt Lord comes into play. Wrong bolt. You should have bolted the DH, but early pop and nothing happens. This was pretty stupid. Wasted TP, push for nothing. You are going to have an expansion here soon, and maybe even here, I don't know. But what they really should be doing is just focusing on that anti-air and siege, and they can take this game with pure numbers, actually, because, I mean, theoretically, you will always be able to have the double supply of your enemy. Instead, they're just content at creeping, so many towers for nothing. 3 peasants, 4 peasants. Where is one more? He should have sent one more. Is he taking so he can't build them? No, he's not. He has plenty of them. He can start building. Just so annoying to see. But the undead player is not going for destroyers either. I mean, he just has the Destro upgrade and 2 statues. That's it. What is he building? He's building abominations. Why would you be building abominations? They're going to be completely useless. I mean, absolutely useless. He's on tier 3. What? He's gonna have knights to counter you. And now he's getting choppers, but we're not gonna see any destroyers. Oh man. Oh man, the lack of logic in this game is incredible. Oh. Undead now finally going for an expansion as far as I can tell. But yeah, the humans are already expanding for the second time in this game. And that's gonna increase their gold contributions vast amount. The main gold mines are still functional. I mean, they're 3k, which is a good solid amount of gold. Pro Scout, yeah, pretty much. Once again, the humans are assaulting the vile undead. They are going there with 4 footmen and 2 heroes, and they are hoping to do significant damage. And against all odds, it looks like they actually will succeed in doing so. The DH is going to get screwed. But at what costs? Let's see. At the cost of a TP, a footman. Was there a footman loss? Seems like 2 footmen were lost. What is the ping here? What is the ping? What is going on? Spellbreakers. Okay. This expansion is probably going to be one of the no wait. It can't be worse than this one. But this one is not getting scouted. I mean, look, they haven't got a clue. This scout is just standing here. They do not know that the undead has expanded, or that the night elf has expanded for that matter. And I'm just so afraid that might end up costing them the game in the end. If this expansion keeps on running for long enough, and if undead keeps defending for long enough, the human advantage will be for nothing. They will have lost the advantage, and the game will have reset it. There will be a reset, a general reset in the game, and not only that, but these mines will be exhausted because they expanded so early on in the game. Now we have these towers, but they're quite far off. Do they know about that undead expansion? Are they aware of it? Yes, they are. There's a water elemental there. Sorry, I haven't noticed it. These 3 towers, they're just gonna get pulverized. 2 distros in the game. They shouldn't overdo those choppers. Now this one is getting scouted. Yup, there we go. They're not gonna be that stupid after all. Paladin, I think that's the 3rd hero that's gonna come from DHC Blue, E Blue. Yep, we got 3 heroes for him, and his ally has 2, but they got a good amount of mana battery. I mean, all they need is another blood mage. No, they cannot get another blood mage. Nah, that's it. Actually, don't think they need anything else. They could get a 2nd paladin, which would be really nice for that 2nd holy light, but don't think that's gonna happen. And this expansion is about to go down. Why isn't he even harassing this place? That is what I would like to know. Blood mage coming in, level 3. He cannot be seen, but he is infested with that disease cloud. Takes damage over time. Doesn't look like he's taking damage. Why isn't he taking any damage? He has the Tome of Retraining with him. He still hasn't used it though. Oh, it's gonna take a while when he uses it. That's gonna be that crucial time period. No, he did use it, and holy shit! 4 acolytes down. I mean, even you should use the staff. Use the staff of TP. Get the hell out of there. Oh, yet another one goes. Oh, 5 acolytes lost. I mean, why? Why isn't he leaving? What is the matter with him? Is this Blood Mage suicidal or something like that? I mean, he has level 2 Flame Strike, but so what? He's not immortal because of it. He has already done more damage than he needed to. Yeah, finally he almost lost it, and then it almost wouldn't be worth it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Demon Hunter goes down somewhere in the map. Haven't managed to catch that. Has went down quite a bit, and now we have Griffins and Choppers in the play. Yeah, these Abominations ain't gonna do shit versus the Griffins. Fiends need to web them, but Choppers will take care of the Destroyers. They need to web everything if they are to survive. That Might Elf base goes down, Undead base went down as well. A shitload of towers coming into place. It looks like the human have this side of the map, basically 2/3 of the map. The longer the game goes, the harder the undead will get abused. I believe he wanted to say the longer the game goes on, the harder the undead will get abused. There's expansion being prevented, at least the win there. What is the ping for? Blood Mage coming in again. Coming in. The pro Blood Mage. Gonna rain hell. Let's see what there are 3 ghouls though there. I ain't gonna do much for it. He's probably thinking whether to destroy these 2 buildings or kill the acolytes. Yeah, I would go for the buildings. Especially now since one acolyte has went away. What is he waiting for? I wonder. Cast it already. Cast it! Creeping going on pretty fast. Yep, they're even pinging and wondering what is he waiting for. Bit of indecision there, but he goes for these 2 buildings and these 2 acolytes. They get torn apart, and I do believe that the next Flame Strike, if not repaired, is going to take it down. But no, they want to have a combined fight here. So Blood Mage TP to his army. Repair. Yeah, he's not repairing it. I mean, it's reasonable to expect that he's going to do it for the 2nd time. Here we go. There's an engagement here going on. Not enough fiends to web all that air, and a shitload of spellbreakers, knights on the ground. They can provide the bulwark, a very good meat shield. Holy Light, 3 heroes. Flame Strike was casted there. Yeah. Well, that's still doing. Yeah, I'm just not gonna bother with these comments. Takes a while to figure out what people want to say. Oh man, here we go. I think this should be the final push that will be made against the undead base, because this is basically a slow death for the undead. Never give up, I suppose. That's the way to go, but at this point of time, I just don't see what they can do. Their army is really small. Maybe if that Lich was level 6 or something like that, they could go around harassing with that Death and Decay, pretty much destroying entire bases. But not with the expansions up and running, not with all those towers, not with all these heroes, units, etc. That the DK manages to escape, somehow use the pot or something just to get away, to endure the damage. But look at all this damage, and now Blizzard is coming into play. Flame Strike, completely destroying this choke position, completely destroying the army in this choke position. Main just went down. These Griffins are upgraded 2-1. Holy shit. What is the upgrades on those Knights? It's 2-1 as well. Oh man, these things are... Yeah, this base is not gonna hold. There's no way. I mean, not versus all of this. Yep, there we go. The game has ended. And what we get, like units, heroes, you can see the heroes level here. They're not particularly high, but good combinations and a good amount of them, so to say. Anyway, I bid you all farewell. Chronic Lack of Care signing out.